Hey guys, after most recent trip down in Mexico and a lot of time spent in reflection, I've come to realize that I wanted to share just what drives Tom and I on a regular basis and what inspires us to come into work so excited every day. For those that don't know, the underlying kind of purpose of our organization is to inspire awesome lives from any starting point. And that might sound a little fluffy when I just read it out like that, so I was hoping to give it a little more weight and help you understand where we're coming from when we make that statement. Ultimately, it starts with our definition of an awesome life, which you've likely read when you walk in the lobby on the wall. And I've upgraded that slightly here, but an awesome life essentially to us is one where you have optimal health, physically and mentally. It's one where you feel comfortable in your own skin, loving and respecting your body. It's one where there's a sense of purpose and passion and love in your life. It's one where there's a sense of freedom and capacity to do what you love. And it's also one where there's a sense of belonging and connection to a social tribe. And finally, we feel it's one where there's opportunities for personal growth and contribution back to society. That in itself obviously gives a lot more weight to our definition of an awesome life, but it actually goes much deeper than that. Many of you have heard of the analogy of throwing a pebble in a pond and the ripple effect that comes from that. Tom and I look at what we do as the exact same thing. When we inspire just one life, when we move one person's life in the right direction, there's a ripple effect from that, and it impacts the lives around that person, which of course can impact the lives around those people and have a spiral effect in a positive direction. But there's one other thing that I wanted to share that's really important to both Tom and I, and that is that we want you to recognize that you have the power to inspire lives as well. And every time that you show up at the gym and come down and develop these habits in your own personal life, you're doing the part that's actually helping the community at large around you. This can also go in the reverse direction, of course. If people aren't taking care of themselves, if they're not giving that time for self-care, if they're not giving that time for growth and developing their mindset, it's likely that the people that surround them will be impacted by that in a negative way, unfortunately. And ultimately, that's the purpose of this video, is just to explain and give you a sense of what drives Tom and I and why we're so inspired to help people move their lives into a better direction of optimal health, both physically and mentally. Thanks for taking the time to watch the short video, guys. I'm going to accompany this video with a longer write-up if you'd like to read that, and it should give you a little more insight of why our organization exists and just where we're trying to take things.